Welcome fellow server enthusiasts. In this video we're kicking off our Ubuntu Server course with a crucial step, getting your hands on Ubuntu Server and preparing it for installation. We'll cover where to download Ubuntu Server and how to create a USB bootable drive. Now make sure you have a second computer that is just for your server. So get a second machine that you can use to install your Ubuntu Server software on. So first things first, the first thing you need to do is to download the Ubuntu Server image. You can grab this from the official Ubuntu website. Head over to ubuntu.com/download/server or just go to ubuntu.com, click download and then click server. That will take you automatically to the right side. So make sure that to select a version that matches your needs. You can download the latest version here, but notice that if you not have a standard Intel computer, you can select here alternative architectures if you have some weird system. So for most people, you can just download the Ubuntu server image. Now this will need some space. Depending on your internet speed, it can be very fast or slower. It probably will be 2 gigabytes or more. You'll see if you have a slow connection, this is just gonna take a while. Now, before you download, make sure you select the right chipset for your server. So I'm gonna click back here to show you what I mean. You can select here alternative architectures. Now, if you have a standard computer, so a standard PC, then what you will need is a 64-bit image. If you have older computer, you need a 32-bit version, and probably you just have an Intel computer. But if you have something else, then you'll see there are several other options. So if you have a weird or a different processor, then you might need one of these other versions. If you just have a standard Intel computer that can run Windows, Linux, then the default one will be fine. So we are downloading this file. Now what do we do with this file? We have the Ubuntu Server software, or at least it's almost completed downloading, but then it's on our computer. How do we get it to install on our server? To do that, we need an USB stick as well. So we put this image, we will put it on a USB stick. There are different tools for that depending on what you're using. So if you're a Windows user, you can use Rufus for that. So if you go to the website rufus.ie, you can use this tool to put that image that you just downloaded onto a USB stick. Now, if you're a Mac or a Linux user, you can use a tool called Balena Etcher. It's a similar kind of tool. You download the program and it shows immediately how to use it. Select the image, select drive and click flash. So it really depends on what you're using, but that's the main idea. So you see we downloaded this file, and because I'm on a Windows computer, I will download the Rufus program. So depending on if you want to permanently install it or not and which kind of Windows you have, can get that program. So it's done. I'm gonna open it. So now what we'll need to do once this software starts, do we want updates? No. What we will do once it starts is select our image. So select the device, plug in your USB flash drive. Make sure it's empty so that you don't have any files on there that you might need that you could lose. And make sure it's large enough. You'll see that the Ubuntu file was 2 gigabytes, so make sure it's at least 2 gigabytes. Then select your file here. You see, you can click select. That will give this pop-up. So we go to downloads, select our file. And then if you plugged in your USB, this button will be clickable. So we'll click it and the USB drive will then be ready. Now, if you're not on Windows or if you don't want to use Rufus, you can use this tool from balena.io, select the image, select the drive and click flash. So it has less steps, but the same idea. So if we download that, you'll see we can use it on Windows as well. So we're gonna download it. Now, this program's a little bit larger, but it's the same principle. We flash the file to the USB disk. So the main idea is to put that Ubuntu server image onto a USB flash disk. And there are different ways to achieve that. You can do that with Rufus, you can do that with Balena Etches. and perhaps some other programs. So we open this program, and then once it's opened, you can select the file, the drive, and click flash. So you'll be able to select the image, then to select the drive and click flash, and it will prepare your USB for you. Now, once that's finished, with your bootable USB drive ready, you want to insert that drive into your server and just start from that USB stick. Now, it might do that by default, or you might need to access the BIOS or UEFI settings to change your boot order to start from that USB disk. Now, there you have it then. So what do you do there? Then it starts the installation software. So you see a command line interface where you can then install the Ubuntu server. So in the next video, we'll walk you through the installation process. So be sure to stay tuned. That's it for the intro. So now grab the USB server ISO, try to create that bootable USB drive and insert it into your network server. If you have any questions that you would like to explore, you can always reach out to me. I'm Frank, and I'll catch you in the next video. Happy server building.